The domestic terrorist group, the Earth Liberation Front, is a left-wing extremist group. The Animal Liberation Front is an international extremist group that focuses on animal rights. Both groups share similar views and their acts are similar as well. A terrorist can be defined as the individual who commits acts to intimidate and also for political or social change. Both the Earth Liberation Front and the Animal Liberation Front are left-wing extremist groups. Some examples of the damages could be condominium apartments being set on fire because they take up the land that Elf believes that should not be used for homes. Both the ALF and ELF have committed over a couple of years of a substantial amount of damage to properties and buildings. Both the ALF and ELF have not harmed any individual human. A source from the FBI stated that the defendants are accused of attacks on federal land and animal management sites, private meatpacking plants, lumber facilities, and a car dealership, with damages reaching $80 million. With the example of the attacks on the lumber facilities, Elf targeted a lumber facility and put spikes in the trees, so when the trees were being cut, the tree would react with the chainsaw, and both the lumberjack and the chainsaw would be damaged and would cause damage to both the lumber facilities and the cutting of the trees. But Elf obviously did not care about the chainsaw or the damages to the lumber facilities. They just did not want the trees being cut down. Both the ELF and the ALF have committed over 1,000 criminal acts and done over $80 million worth of damages. Now we interview Special Agent Orpheus on how we can prevent these eco-terrorists from committing more acts. A prevention for these groups can be to understand the environment itself. There is research on the environment and the land and the trees being cut down where this is not news to us. We can see what targets can be identified, especially if they're like the trees of the first situation. Those acts and those buildings of the fur companies influenced the eco-terrorists to act.